So the first half of April's Game Pass lineups here, and we have multiple day one titles and some amazing games to take a look at. We'll start this with Loop Hero that's available now, and this game's all about you, a brave hero, taking on the evil Lich who has thrown the world into chaos and darkness, and it's up to you to save the world. Loop Hero has a really simple but unique concept with the blending of roguelike mechanics mixed with the deck building to bring a game all about strategy and collecting loot and upgrades. Now, as you progress, you'll build a deck for your run, and then you'll battle and you'll take down creatures and you'll collect resources and upgrades and more cards and progress further into the game, with each expedition being randomly generated, and you're never going to experience the same run twice. If you guys like strategy, you like deck building, I think Loop Hero is a good one, and it is available today on consoles and PC. Now, making its way onto Game Pass this April is a game called Iron Brigade, and this is a tower defense title that released back in 2012, and it has you combining like this awesome mech action gameplay with a blend of strategy with setting up your defenses, and you'll be taking out an evil menace making his way through Europe trying to destroy humanity. Now, there's several different campaigns and different missions, and there's going to be lots of unlockables throughout your playthrough. If you guys are a fan of tower defense titles mixed with maybe being just more upfront in the action, you're going to have that with this giant mobile mech, and it's just chock full of action gameplay. This has been a well-received title since it released over a decade ago. Iron Brigade will be available this April 6th on consoles and the cloud. So in Ghostwire Tokyo, the world has been overrun by supernatural and unexplainable dangerous entities that have caused the population to vanish. And you're going to be exploring Tokyo and investigating what's happened to the disappearance of the city's residents. With its unique blend of action and horror elements, mixed with a thrilling and immersive experience and stunning visuals, eerie atmosphere, and haunting soundtrack, Ghostwire Tokyo is a game that's going to absolutely keep you hooked for over 40 hours, with not just learning the lore behind this mysterious story, but the action-packed gameplay that just keeps you absolutely engaged. The game also has some pretty gruesome horrors that are really going to keep you at the edge of your seat. This for me is one of the top games releasing this April on Game Pass, and it's going to arrive on the 12th on consoles, cloud, and PC. So NHL 23 is landing on Game Pass this April, and one of the biggest improvements to this franchise in 23 is the overhauled visuals and enhanced audio. And if you're a fan of hockey, 23 with these new improvements really make the game a lot more immersive. Characters look more lifelike. The crowd is even more fascinating, with them cheering great plays like usual, but they're even booing when a team is truly stinking it up. And as always with the NHL franchise, there is a Be a Pro mode, and those are for those who want to step into their own hockey careers and really experience that aspect of it. But the noticeable improvements to 23 also comes in changing up the franchise mode with a deeper and a lot more interesting customization. And if you guys love going online and playing with or against your buddies, well, with NHL 23 this year, it's bringing the arrival of cross-platform matchmaking. NHL 23 does arrive on Game Pass on April 13th to Xbox consoles. So making its day one Game Pass release is Minecraft Legends. In a unique spin-off to the franchise, the piglins have invaded, and you're going to be uniting the residents of the overworld to assemble war units and stop them before they destroy the land. Now, Minecraft Legends takes that familiar Minecraft gameplay, but it's got a unique twist of strategy and action to not only take on the campaign to stop those piglins, but the game is also set to feature a pretty robust multiplayer aspect. You can team up with buddies to tackle the campaign together, or you can join an awesome competitive 4v4 that frankly just looks chaotic and it looks fun as heck. This game just feels like it's really bringing that RTS and action gameplay to another level. Guys, I'm all for it when it lands on April 18th across consoles, cloud, and PC. And with that, guys, I want to go ahead now and start highlighting a few titles coming later this April, and we'll just get an early preview. Coffee Talk 2 is a game about running your coffee shop and connecting with your friends over a cup of joe, a relaxing simulation game that will arrive on Game Pass this April 20th. And guys, if you think Pokemon's just a bit basic, I think you'll like this new day one game in Cassette Beasts. This is an open world RPG monster taming title that has you catching creatures and fighting some pretty vicious beasts. Now, this game has a unique element that you wouldn't see in a game like Pokemon, where you actually fuse monsters to create a brand new one that has completely new strengths and abilities. So that to me already has me kind of sold here. There's also a companion that will join you on your journey, and bonding with this friend can actually help you better team up together to have improved combat. And finally, one super cool element to this game is that you can play with a friend with couch co-op, and that person can actually be your companion instead of the AI, and you two can explore and battle together in this game. I have to say, this title looks really promising, and it's a day one title I can't wait to see when it arrives on April 26th on Game Pass. Now, in the last case of Benedict Fox, you're going to be unleashing your inner detective as you explore and dive deep into the minds of the dead to uncover clues and secrets that led to their death as you solve your very last case. This day one title will arrive on Game Pass on April 27th. In yet another day one Game Pass title though, we have the game Homestead Arcana, and here you're going to be playing a witch who builds her own farm to create powerful spells to heal a corrupted land. It's really, guys, a unique twist on farming sims. It looks super interesting and I'm excited for it. It should hopefully arrive the second half of April. And while I'm mostly wanting to keep this video on just April titles, I just can't not bring up the ultimate day one Game Pass title this spring. That is the game Redfall, where vampires have awakened from their deep slumber to take control of a remote island that you and your supernatural gang of misfits must fight to keep them at bay. Guys, I'm hella excited for this one. It looks absolutely amazing. This one does drop on May 2nd, so we got less than 30 days before this one arrives. With that, we do have the game Goat Simulator that was recently taken off Game Pass, and it's actually made a quick comeback just like we knew this goat would. So if you guys were bummed out that you never got to play this, it is now back on Game Pass and you can play it today. Also, the game Everspace 2, this is a game that's on PC Game Pass, is coming out of early access and it's making its full debut on April 6th. This is a fast-paced space shooter with crafting, looting, mining, and a huge open world full of secrets and exploration. So far, reviews of this game have looked really good in early access, but the full release is looking to add even more elements to the game, and if you guys are a fan of space titles, this is a good one releasing soon. Now guys, one unique Xbox Game Pass perk is now available. I don't usually talk about these in these videos, but I thought this was really cool. You get access of 2 months of Peacock Premium. I actually just signed up for this and I'm now watching the show Yellowstone, so I highly recommend it, and it's one of those cool Xbox Game Pass perks. Finally, the games leaving this April 15th are shown here on the screen. We do have some big ones leaving in Life is Strange True Colors, Rainbow Six Extractions, The Long Dark, Moonglow Bay, Panzer Corps 2, The Riftbreaker, and the Dungeon of very hard to pronounce Nechelbeck. And 2 of these games were on my top 50, but the cool thing is you do get a 20% discount on any of the games you see here before they leave Game Pass. So if you want to buy them, you have that. And if the games so far this month don't strike you and you're not that excited, I have a video with the very best 50 games you can play on Game Pass this 2023 on the screen.